Now, what would my game plan be if I were to, with my beautiful Slake dude cowabunga head movement? What if I had to fight every single UFC champion? What would my game plan be? Let me just say it right now, guys. I have what it takes to beat every single UFC champion. All right, so bear with my delusion a little bit, because in this video I'm gonna convince you, bro, or I'm gonna tell you what I'm going to do with my skill set, with my dimensions, with my height, my weight, and all that, and how I'm gonna beat these UFC champions. So without further ado, let's talk about what we're working with as a Kenny Okoye. What is life like being Kenny Okoye? So first of all, 6'4", 175 about. You know, I fluctuate. One day I was like 178. The other day I'm like 173. But 175 overall, that's my weight. I'm a southpaw. Like, I fight in southpaw. I'm dominantly a right-handed guy, but I have good power on my left hand. I like to use my jab and my hooks. Don't really. So I'm a southpaw. I'm a dangerous southpaw. You know what I'm saying? I'm an aura field southpaw. I'm a lanky southpaw. You know, it's just hard to deal with the southpaw with my length, and that happens to be the case with me. So I'm so sorry. I'm a 6'4" southpaw, and I'm dangerous. And I'm handsome, bro. Like, I had to say that because if I didn't say it, you guys wouldn't believe me. So now that you know that I'm also handsome, that's dangerous. Other point is I'm impossible to hit. Like, that's the fourth point here. I'm impossible. It's not, you can't really hit me. I've never been hit in my life. I spar with a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? I've been in a lot of street fights, bro. I'm still yet to get this pretty face licked up. So I'm impossible to hit. So that's going to be a big advantage with me going into some of these UFC championship fights. You know, you can't hit me, so it's going to be hard to deal with someone you can't hit. But yeah, that's a big part to my advantage, and I'm going to use that in a lot of these UFC championship fights. Fifth, I said good hairline. Like, first of all, a lot of these fighters don't got good hairline. That's a big negative. Like, you have to have at least a good hairline to be able to perform to your best extent. A lot of these UFC fighters don't got that. I got that. Next up, I said I'm a very good counter striker. Like, counter striking is my thing. You see in the video, I'll roll punches, I'll come back, or I'll hit someone, then I'll roll away. Like, I'm really good at sticking and getting out of the way without being touched. So I'm a really good counter striker. You throw a strike, you overextend, I'm gonna catch you, bro. You're gonna pay. So these guys got to be careful, because I use my length really well in that sense. So I'm a good counter striker. And the last point I said is I'm a sleeper wrestling. When I say sleeper wrestling, I mean I'm a sleeper wrestler. I don't look like I can wrestle, but trust me, brother, high school, I used to go to these open mat things, whatever, just to like get some wrestling in, because I love wrestling. So that's another sleeper point that people aren't getting acknowledged. I can wrestle, brother, so be careful. Don't think you can come here and take me down, brother. Come here, brother. Eat a flying knee on the way in, too. Brother, I'm dangerous. So this is what I'm working with. So without further ado, let's get into the video, starting off with Pantoja, the flyweight champion. First of all, this little adorable munchkin, bro. You shouldn't try to beat me. Okay, first of all, like I said, 6'4", 175. He's like a 125er. You know what I'm saying? He's small. He's a midget. I'm going to use my length. I will use my teep kicks. I'll keep him at bay using teep kicks. Use my long rangey jab, sticking him, you know, sticking and moving. And I highlighted counter punch him. The reason I'm going to counter punch him a lot is because I've noticed Pantoja, when he comes in for takedowns, especially later in the fight, he's kind of reckless. You know what I'm saying? I have the track and field endurance. You know what I'm saying? Collegiate track and field athlete right here. You know what I'm saying? Medals and everything to prove it. I'm going to use my counter punching ability when I need endurance the most. I think I'll have it, and I'll counter punch him when he just comes in blindly trying to go for these takedowns. He'll be too easy to catch, so I'm going to counter punch him to oblivion. And then last but not least, I'm a size max him, bro. Like, aura max him, size max him. I'm just too much big. I'm bigger than this guy, bro. He's a little munchkin. He can't hang with me, chat. Like, I'm sorry. Oh, people are like, oh, Kenny, dude, you're going to get knocked out, dude. Pantoja's too cowabunga. Nah, dude. Nah, man. I'm using my length. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real bad man. I'm going to use my length and my power. And I'm a size max him. He's not going to have enough to muster what I have in store. So I am comfortable with this win. I'll say overall, this fight out of 10 is probably like 6 out of 10. Like 5 out of 10 maybe. It'll be kind of hard because he's tough, but you can only be so tough taking these big meaty right hooks and shit. Like, I'm really good, so I might even get Pantoja out of there if he comes in with those lazy takedown attempts. I might counter punch him to oblivion, and then down goes Alexandre Pantoja. So I do think I'm gonna beat Alexandre Pantoja using my game plan. Next up, bantamweight weight class. Oh my goodness, Merab Dvalishvili, bro. One big point I need to preface in this one, I have to use my movement. Like, you guys saw me moving a lot. I know it's like, it looks like it's a very like endurance taxing the way I'd be moving and avoiding some of these punches and like all this stuff, but I need to be able to move a lot because I know he's gonna just try to wrestle max me, shoot 50 takedowns. When I stuff all of them, he's still gonna like try to smother my thing. So I'm gonna use my movement a lot to like keep like change direction. He's never gonna know where I'm going. He's never gonna know where to shoot my takedown attempts from. He won't have an idea because I'm gonna be moving so like sporadically. initially I said defensive wrestling. I said high school experience. So back in high school when I used to love wrestling, these like actual wrestlers who would go like into like states and wrestle and shit. They were heavyweights. I used to wrestle them just for fun, just because I want to challenge myself. He's not no heavyweight. This guy's a midget, bro, who thinks he can wrestle. But his wrestling's not bad. It's just that like he relies on like endurance more than anything. Like he's not even that much skilled of a wrestler. He's kind of just like, I'm gonna shoot 50 takedowns and just to smother you. And then last but not least, I'm gonna use my boxing. He's small, he's short, I'm lengthy, I'm long. I'm gonna use my strength, stick and move, bro. Stick and move. I'm always gonna keep it moving, so he never really knows how I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna, if he tries to shoot in some takedowns, I'm gonna start timing some knees. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a long night for Merab, so I do think I'm gonna get this done. Out of 10, what's the difficulty? Honestly, it's probably like a 7. It sounds kind of high, but it's going to be difficult because I know this guy's going to just fucking try to wrestle me, dude. And it's going to be frustrating dealing with that, but I'm going to do my best to use my movement. And I will get this fight. I will win, brother. I deserve this, brother. So I'm going to successfully get the W, and that's about it. I'm going to beat Merab Dvalishvili. I'm going to be bantamweight title. So at this point, double champion, bro. We're going on to featherweight, and this is scary because it's Topuria, okay? I still got the height, the length advantage on this guy, you know what I'm saying, but his boxing is dangerous. But I highlighted prioritize head movement. You guys see my head movement. I'm not easy to hit. You know what I'm saying? I put impossible to hit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not easy to hit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But with Topuria, I know he's really good at boxing, so eventually he's going to find my movement. I did highlight, like, prioritize head movement and unpredictable movement, because like that's gonna make it harder for him to find my timing, because when I'm moving sporadically, he's not gonna really have like, I'm not really gonna like move in a pattern, because if I move stationary but like moving backwards in a line, he's gonna eventually find my chin and knock me out. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of side to side movement, stick and jab, you know what I'm saying? And I highlighted don't trade in the pocket. I cannot be trading in the pocket with him, because he's gonna get he has shorter arms. He's gonna get to my chin first. So I gotta use my length and like stick and move with unpredictable movements. And I also said use push kicks and teep kicks to keep him at bay. I don't want him I don't want him anywhere near me, dude. You should not be getting within this 6'4", you know what I'm saying, 82-inch reach frame. You stay away, dude. I use my teep kicks, push kicks to push him off. Use my stick and move jabs, always moving. But where am I going, Topuria? You know what I'm saying? Where am I going, dog? You don't even know where I'm going. I don't even know where I'm going. So you're definitely not gonna know. And I'm gonna find a way to win. Out of 10, I'm gonna say this is also 7 out of 10. The same difficulty as Merab, because Ilia might be a better fighter overall, but I feel like if I play my cards right, I could overwhelm him. Merab's gas thing is crazy, which I know is gonna be hard. So I think this guy, he's gonna be just as hard as Merab, not because of the gas thing, but because of the threat of like trading in the pocket and shit like that, and him just finding my timing eventually. That's scary, but I am gonna get it. I am gonna do it. I'm gonna beat Ilia Topuria, dog. And after I beat Topuria, you know what I'm saying, I'm a 3-division champ, and this is where it gets scary. This is where it gets fucking scary. I mean, it was always scary at Topuria, but this is fucking scary. Islam Makhachev. So I said heavy on the low kicks. I really feel like some of these Dagestani's kryptonites are low kicks, and people don't really invest in that. But me using my length, you know what I'm saying, I'll use those low kicks and those teep kicks and just oblique kicks, trying to hyperextend his knee. I'm going to do a lot of that. I highlighted stick and move, which is a big thing I'm saying with all these guys I'm kind of scared to engage with. Islam's striking is really good. Islam is a defensive striker too. Like, he doesn't take a lot of damage, you know what I'm saying, similar to me. So it might be, one of those, but I know he's going to shoot for takedowns. And what's going to scare me here is I know I'm going to have to time some knees or like try to counterpunch him. But I think he's been there, done that. He's seen that before. So the last option I had was befriend him. So like before the fight, yeah, dude, like, yeah, we're cool, bro. We should, chill out and just hang out at my crib before the fight, because I'm a really nice guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of him. He should know this. Take him to my house. Pause, Jesus. But take him to my crib, say, like say, yo, you want some water? Put something in his drink, bro. When that time the fight comes, bro, he'll be loopy. I'm gonna beat the brakes out of him. That's the most realistic outcome. And I think I have to befriend him and then put something in his drink and then finish him off in the fight. He'll be loopy, brother, and I'll change his face. But I'm a real bad man, bro. Any means necessary, I'll get this job done. Out of 10, the difficulty is 10 out of 10 here. But like I said, I could sneak a win, with heavy low kicks and sticking and moving and avoiding those takedowns. But overall, I think befriend him is the best way to go. Take him, and then just put something in his drink. You never know. And that's how I'm gonna beat Islam Makhachev. Next up, I'm a 4-division champion. I'm going to Belal, or remember the name Muhammad now. Now Belal, I said come forward with rangy weapons, as in the sense like I want to come forward and like use my jab and my oblique kick and my teep kick to push him back. And I want to push him on the back foot. I can't let Belal think he could just walk me down, because then he's going to do it and he's going to overwhelm me like he did with Leon Edwards, you know what I'm saying? In the first fight, Leon Edwards didn't surrender to Belal's pressure as much, so he had Belal on the back foot, which he did some of his best work there. I took a lot of data from that fight, and I'm going to use it on Belal too. I'm going to push him back. I'm going to make him fight at my pace. And then I said hand fight, especially when tired. So in the first 2 rounds, when I steal it off Belal, you know what I'm saying, using my beautiful rangy weapons, I'm going to be fatigued. So when he starts coming forward, that's when I'm going to hand fight him. You know, put the hands in their face, start grabbing his wrist, you know, pull his wrist down, elbows, elbow to a spinning back. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start doing a lot of different stuff to prevent my gas tank from fully going off, and I think hand fighting is going to be a big thing there. Last but not least, I said master the guillotine, bro, because if he shoots for a double leg, I'm not even going to try to fully defend it because I feel like he'll complete it, especially like if he gets his hands lost, I'm going for a ride. So once he shoots for that double leg, jump on the neck, and I gotta find a way to submit him, put Belal to sleep in that way, because he's going to be hard to sleep with hands or like feet because he has a good chin, you know, but I think with the guillotine, I can catch him with an unexpected submission, especially because everything I'm a long-rangey striker. Dude, I'm more than just that, dude, you know? So I'm going to catch him with a beautiful guillotine, but I think I can beat Belal. I think I have what it takes, bro. Belal, remember that, that's my guy, that's my brother, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't going to do too much, but I do think I have what it takes to beat him, so I am going to say overall, either catch him in a guillotine or just use my long-rangey weapons, and I'll find a way to get it done. So Belal, after I beat Belal, 5 division champion, bro? We're moving on, bro. We're still going. And this is when I go against Dricus, the South African. And listen, the thing with Dricus is he's tough. And I know Dricus is tough because I seen what he did to my favorite fighter. But I think I just have to Izzy max him. You know, like what Izzy did against Costa kind of performance. Like, invest in a low kick, and when he gets frustrated and tries to blitz in, I gotta move and I kind of counter him, like sit down on my counters. Izzy wasn't sitting down on his counters, so I said sit down on counters. Darren Till was actually sitting down on his counters with those elbows, and he was landing on DDP. He just didn't have it, like, he didn't have that umph like I do. You know, you don't got the umph in the length like I do. So I feel like I'm gonna Izzy max him with the like low kick. He comes forward. I ain't gonna move back, lean back and counter. I'm gonna sit down, counter on it, and I'm gonna hurt him. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not gonna make it a dog fight. Don't make it a dog fight, because if it's a dog fight, bro, he's gonna outdog me. I know he will, because he has his will to win is just too high. So yeah, I just think I have to use my low kicks a lot. You know what I'm saying? He was limping after a couple of Izzy only threw 7 low kicks in that last fight, and he was in the press conference talking about his low kick where his leg was destroyed and shit. I was like, what? Off of 7 low kicks, I'm gonna throw 40. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw 70. You know, I'm gonna throw 7. Like, I'm gonna throw 1,000 like low kicks. You know, hurt his front leg, and once he's blitzing, when your front leg is hurt, your blitz becomes more predictable. Once that's the case, I'm gonna sit down on my counters, find a shot, and I'm gonna put him to sleep. I think I'm gonna TKO Dricus du Plessis. Out of 10, how difficult is this, man? Probably a solid 5 out of 10. I'm gonna find a way to beat DDP, man. He's strong. He's gonna try to go for takedowns, but he doesn't have what it takes to hold me down. He's never held anyone. He never held anyone down. I'm not gonna be the first. I might have the weight disadvantage here, but he still won't be able to hold me down. I don't care if I'm 175, bro. I'll bulk up a little bit. It's like, nah. But yeah, I have what it takes to keep it standing. You know what I'm saying? And just Izzy max him. You know, and beat him the right way. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm gonna beat Dricus. That's a 6th division champion at that point. Am I 6th division or 5th division? I don't know, but I've been working every single weight class, and now we're over here, light heavyweight. And I like this. Because I could beat this guy very comfortably, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Alexandre. You know, I'm going to straight punch him to death, dude. I'm going to use all my straight punches, you know what I'm saying? Sticky jab, hold it out there, and then follow up with the left like Izzy did. You know, I'm going to rock him. I'm going to rock him the first, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm going to evade his low kicks. I know he's going to low kick. I'm not even going to try to check it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm southpaw, so it's already harder for him to throw that low kick because it's going to be an inside kick, like rather than his outside kick that gives everyone trouble since I'm southpaw. But I'm not even going to like check it. I'm just not going to be there. He's going to throw. I'm going to slide out the way. I'm going to use my movement. I'm going to use my dexterity. I'm the leaner guy, shorter guy. You know, not short. No, we're like the same height, but I'm the smaller guy in like size. So I'm going to move a lot better than him. I'm going to evade his low kicks, and I'm just going to counter with straight punches. Use my sticky jab, put it out there. I'm going to knock him out. I think I'm going to knock out Pereira, dude. It's gonna happen, man. I'm gonna knock him out cold, brutally. He's gonna be slept, and he's not gonna wake up. And he's gonna be frozen like Elsa. I'm gonna have a follow up, land him with a follow up shot. Then I'm gonna shoot 3 arrows at him, and I'm gonna emote on him a little bit. I'm gonna do some of my emotes I be doing when I end my stream and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna finish this guy. He's gonna be a really easy fight. Out of 10, how difficult? 3 out of 10. I got what it takes to beat him. You know what I'm saying? I don't even need to wrestle, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he could chin me, bro. Sure, he might get me with a punch or something. But hey, my head moving, you guys already know I'm impossible to hit. So for him to land that left hook, he's going to have to do a lot of like combos. And he doesn't really throw a lot of boxing combos. When he throws in singles, like with his left hook. As far as the left hook's concerned, I've seen him throw combos, but that's when you're back against the cage. I'm never going to be against the cage. My movement's too good, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be hard for him to land that one hitter quitter against me. I'm going to have what it takes. I'm going to beat this guy, brother. You can't hang with me, brother. No way, brother. Who give him? I'm a real bad man. So I'll get Pereira out of there in the first 2 rounds, and it's going to be very good. If it goes past the 2 rounds, he's going to destroy me because he gets better as time goes, which is weird. So he's like a ticking time bomb. You got to get him out or he's going to beat you. And I'm going to get him out in the first 2 rounds, Izzy style. Trust. All right. Last but not least, of course, heavyweight division. This is to win all the belts. I will go against a heavyweight Jon Jones. I'm still 175. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to use my speed and youth. You know, speed and youth, man. I'm a youth max him. I'm a speed max him. You know, I'm going to use my speed, my movement. He could, like, he looks really quick compared to Stipe, but Stipe is not quick, man. He's a firefighter who's old. You know, I'm not old. I'm young and I'm speed. I'm 22. You know, I'm fast. You know, so I'm gonna use my length and my speed. And I can't really say length because he's like very long too, and he's like the same height as me. But I'm gonna use my speed. You know, 1, 2 blitz, I'm out. 1, 2, oh yeah, and then my movement, and then low kicks, oblique kicks. I'm gonna use my boxing because his boxing is not as strong as my boxing. We all know Jones' boxing is the weakest thing about him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna use my boxing to my advantage. He's gonna try to wrestle me, I know, but I think my movement can smother some of that. I will hand fight him as well, like I was doing with Belal. Even though he's a similar length to me, I'm just gonna hand fight him to slow him down, and then I'm gonna move off. Like I'll hand fight him, then move off to the right. You know, keep circling. You know what I'm saying? I'm southpaw. It's gonna be a weird fight for him because he's not used to fighting so many southpaws. So I think I'll have what it takes, and I'm gonna beat Jones. It's gonna be I don't know if I can knock out Jones. You know, he's been in there with some heavy hitters who are heavyweights, and I can't knock him out, not at my size. 175, no way. I'll probably, you know, I'll beat him by points, man. I'll beat him by points. You know, I just feel like I have what it takes to beat him by points. If he takes me down and starts to implement ground and pound, is over. Just call the fight there. But I'm not gonna get taken down. I'm gonna use my movement. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna have what it takes. I'm gonna beat this guy. So this is how I beat all these champions, man. Like all these champions, they're not bad fighters. They're just not quite on my level. But that's it for me, bro. Like I'm actually curious to what you guys think. Like how bad do you guys think I'm gonna whoop these fighters? Because no question I'm gonna win. Obviously, I'm always gonna win these fights. It's a matter of how do I win. I feel like I answered it appropriately for all these fighters because that's how I'm gonna win. But let me know what you think down below. That's it for me, man. And God bless. 2, 3, 4.